Today, we're talking about organizing yourself to get things done. So we're going to go over little things. I have a big blog at musicbizmentors.com that's 2,000 plus words long that has a lot of information. But this is just some tips to get yourself going. So let's start at the front door. Let's start as you walk in and the mail's there and your keys are there and all those kind of things, right? I have a little box there, and I also have a trash can. I go through all the papers that I don't want, the bill, the advertisement stuff, and one automatically go in the trash. And then anything that I want to read or coupons to get my oil change or something like that goes in the little box that's there. And then I have other mail in my hands. And then I usually go to my work area. And luckily, I have an office. If you have just a corner of your living room, that's fine too. But we're talking about taking something that's really important or a deadline kind of thing that's on paper to kind of bring it to your desk. So it's actually a reminder for you. And having some kind of system where these are my bills and these are the projects I need to work on, whatever it is, whether you have a little box on your desk or you have files like I have on my wall that I really, really like. It has my bills, my important papers, and then it has my music projects I'm working on. And up top has my personal stuff in it. But basically, those are the most important things for me if I'm looking for something. Because I know a lot of times that we spend time going, where did I put that? Right? And not to kind of talk about musicians, but because you have a creative brain, sometimes there's a lot of stuff laying around and you don't realize that it's really preventing you from accomplishing what you want to do every day, because it does clog up your mind. It does mine anyway. So it's important for you to get rid of that paper. There's so much in this techie world. I'm surprised about how much times I have to go for toner or I have to go get some more paper. And we want to eliminate as much paper as possible. So once a week, go through that, make sure that you got your bills. The bills actually have the date on it, so you know that you have to pay it or something like that. And then put it in your electronic calendar, whatever you use. I love Google Calendar because it connects to my phone and everywhere else if you need it. But this is just, let's get rid of the paper in our lives, right? Because it will make a difference. Next, we're talking about your physical space wherever you are. It's okay if it's in the corner, but you really have to have enough light, because I don't know about you, but me looking at this computer screen all day, after a while, after a couple hours, I almost can't see anymore because I'm concentrating on the light all the time. And I've tried all those filters, they just don't work. I just need to take breaks. So I am encouraging you that when you're at a computer and you want to work on a project, maybe know what your time limit of that stuff. For me, I can concentrate for about 2 hours and then I need a break. But a lot of people can't do that. Maybe 40 minutes is your max. So it's okay. Time yourself 40 minutes, right? Have a little timer or something like that. Give yourself a little break, 5-minute break, not an hour, 5-minute break, and either go get your mail, go get another glass of juice, whatever you're doing. And for me, it's about organizing my time, organizing my schedule, my physical schedule. And I am a big believer in pen and paper. And this is what I suggest to you. If you're coming at the end of the day or end of the week and you go, where did the week go? I have no idea what I did this week, and how come I didn't accomplish everything I wanted to? It means that you are not paying attention to your time. Maybe you have too much downtime. Maybe you're just being extra busy. And being extra busy is going to be a detriment to get things done. So it's important to organize these things. This is why I suggest get a calendar. Physical calendar, really physical calendar. And write down, just for this month, write down all your obligations, your money obligations, the jobs that you have, family obligations. You got to pick the kids up from practice or school or something like that. And write all those obligations down. And those are the ones you can't change. We just can't change those things. Dentist appointment, those kind of things. So put all that stuff in if you can. And if you're going to have an appointment, you're probably scheduled at least a month ahead of time. So just put it on your calendar so you know I need to be at this place at this different time, so I know what time I'm looking at. And then you can go back, and I want you to promise me that you go in and you take a 2-hour block sometime in the week where you can work on your long-range projects, your long-range plans, missions, those kind of things. Whether it's to get booked at big festivals, or it's to put metadata on my songs because I'm pitching them to TV and movies. Whatever that is, sometimes it's just learning Canva so you can do little advertisements for yourself on Instagram. So whatever that is, look in your schedule and pick a 2-hour block that you can work on that every single week. Do not give that away. It's like an appointment, like you paid to go to the gym for a special training appointment, or you had to go to the dentist or something like that, because you have to pay for those kind of things. Don't give that away. It can be on a Sunday morning, it can be on a Friday, it can be in the evening, whatever it is. Don't give that time away. You'd be surprised how much you will get accomplished when you kind of plan that stuff out. And then you can see all your free time. For the first 2 weeks, schedule your time out. I'm telling schedule your time. I'm getting up at 9. I do some personal stuff till 10. From 10 to 12, I'm working on paying my bills, organizing my schedule. 1 o'clock, I need to go in the studio. I need to record this, this, and this, and give yourself the time to do it. Most of us are doing way too much on our to-do list. And so it's okay to spread it out throughout the week. You may have a deadline, so you may have to work a little harder on this day than the other day. But this is how we get things accomplished. Then take all that written information and throw it on your electronic calendar, whatever you use. I don't care what you use. So whatever you use to organize, you can see it on your phone, you can see it on your computer, and maybe your family or people that you work with can see that too. That's why I always use Google Calendar, because that seems to work for me. And everybody else can see it if you give them access to do that kind of stuff. So I'm talking about just organizing things. And again, if you get to the end of the week and you have not finished something, then put it on your list for next week and put it priority. If you get to the end of the week and it's not done, there's 2 reasons why you have not done it. 1, you're afraid to do it. Number 2, you don't have the skills to do it. And sometimes we need help. Look at Fiverr, connect with another musician. Sometimes you just need somebody to sit with you who is a computer expert to talk you through how to set up your YouTube page. And it's worth the time, because then it's right. Don't forget, we all need help with stuff. You're not the only one. I need help too with different things. And I have no problem acknowledging that I'm not an expert in something, and maybe finding somebody else who is, so they can help me with those things. And the last thing I want to talk to you today is overcoming distractions. I have a distraction notebook, or that's what I call it. It's a notebook next to me. And when I'm working on projects during the day and I go, I have to send that email today, so I put it down. And so I'm working again, and all filters in your head. Oh, that's right. I have that appointment at 5 o'clock on Thursday. Let me make sure I put that down. So just put it in the book. These things are important too, but you need to just try to bring yourself back and to concentrate on those kind of things. And then at the end of the day, try to end a little early, maybe about 4 o'clock, and maybe put it on your schedule so you can do all those things that are on your schedule. Not just during your break, because you might not be long enough, or you may get you sidetracked on something. But 4 o'clock, because at the end of the day, it's usually 5 or 6 for most people. Or look at what you're doing. If it's taking more time, then schedule it in the morning or whenever you wake up. Some people are not morning people. You can do business anytime, usually between 10 and 6. Sometimes you need to get up early just to do something if you're on the West Coast or the East Coast, but you can schedule that out. No time difference makes a difference. You need to acknowledge your best productive time during the day. And if you're productive better at night, that's okay. It's really okay for you to do that kind of stuff. So we get 43 distractions a day. And if you're distracted, they say it takes 20 to 23 minutes to get back to your project. God, that's a lot of distractions. So how do we stop that? Number 1, you're going to set boundaries, especially if you're in your house and you do have that corner desk, or people are bugging you in the house all the time. So here are my things. Announce, first of all, I need quiet for the next half hour because I need to work on my project. The next thing you could do is I actually put a list on my refrigerator for the household to let them know when I cannot be disturbed because I have classes, I'm doing my Facebook Live, or whatever is going on. And you could actually do that. And if you have a door, you can put a sign up, and when it says do not disturb, you cannot come in to see me, right? So just those boundaries are going to be really important. Worst case scenario, get some earphones and you can just concentrate on what you're doing. Remember to take breaks. During the day, we have to get up and walk around. and do some things. If you do too much, if you are burning the candle at both ends, you will get sick. And guess what? You'll be down for 2 weeks. And then you'll really be in trouble. So you need some time to take care of yourself, whether it's a whole day or a half a day or whatever's going on. We need to sleep and eat, and they're really important things to take care of yourself, and do a little movement sometime during the day. It's really important because you could get more done if you just take care of yourself. So I hope some of those things helped you today. Again, there's a lot more things to look at in the blog if you want to look at it. And so you can go to musicbizmentors.com